Let's pick up quickly. So after Rafale, uh, what are the features of Rafale? What are different characteristics of Rafale? Right, and it's different views we have considered, and then now next one I think we have also gone through, that is in yesterday's session, that was Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. So let's see some of the features of it, right? Whatever we have considered of Sukhoi. So it's a superiority fighter with additional capability to conduct air ground missions. It was developed by Russia's Sukhoi Aviation, or you can simply say Sukhoi, and built under India's Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. First accepted in 2002, but in 2004, actually it has come in service for Indian Air Force. Maximum speed is 2120 km per hour. These are some of its related aircrafts, or the aircrafts of the Sukhoi. See, some of the other aircrafts of Sukhoi series apart from Sukhoi 30 MKI, which we are using. Then now actual features. It's a twin jet multi-role air superiority fighter. Right? There are different variants of Sukhoi 30, and one of the variants of Sukhoi 30 is Sukhoi 30 MKI, which we are using. So it's a heavy all-weather long-range fighter. Since it's been manufactured in India only, so it has tailor-made for Indian specifications and integrates Indian systems and avionics, as well as French and Israeli subsystems in it. So 272 aircrafts have been ordered, 50 out of which 50 have been delivered till 2007, and the rest of the 222 have produced under license at HL with the help of Indian facilities. Now, as time progresses, the improvements are inevitable, and some of the improvements have been incorporated in this particular aircraft. So these improvements are in the form of upgradation in the radar, onboard computers, electronic warfare systems, ability to carry a BrahMos cruise missile, right, etc. So such kind of improvements, which are subsequently made in the subsequent versions of this particular aircraft. So it has a range of 3,000 kilometers, right, of around 3.75 hour combat mission, and the air refueling system increases the flight duration up to 10 hours with a range of around 8,000 kilometers. So this is the group of aircrafts of say Sukhoi series, particularly Sukhoi 30 MKI. Right? Aerial view, which we can consider, right? Another view we can have. So it was the first landing of Sukhoi, right? And this is the last version you can have with a BrahMos. Fine. These are its some of the characteristics of Sukhoi 30 MKI. The next one, which we have started, that was MiG-29. Right. So another fighter aircraft you can consider, which is nothing but MiG-29. So before Rafale, we were having Sukhoi as the ultimate superior aircraft, and then following the Sukhoi, there was the MiG-29, right? So we are having two MiG, so MiG-21 and MiG-29. So as far as MiG-29 is concerned, you can consider it is again a twin engine dedicated air superiority jet fighter developed by Mikogan Design Bureau, right? Which was basically developed as a air superiority fighter in order to counter new United States fighters, so that they can have the answer to each of these fighters. For that purpose, it was basically developed. And now, as far as the Indian Air Force is concerned, right, we started purchasing this in 1980s. Since its inception, we were looking to make it the part of Indian Air Force, and itself has actually started giving its services in 1982 in the Soviet Air Force. In fact, Russia's Air Force, you can consider. So its speed is 2,400 kilometers per hour. And these are some of the other aircrafts of the series. So MiG-29K, 29, YUM, and 35. Fine. Okay. So with the upgradation, MiG-29 has become 29S, 29KS, and 29 UPG. So these are the all the upgradations which India had used. Keep in mind. So very first MiG received was MiG-29K. Then certain upgradations have made in it, right? Then it was treated as 29S. Then further upgradation and used in Indian Navy, that is MiG-29KS, right? And then MiG-29 UPG. So right now we are having MiG-29 UPG and MiG-29KS, right? Basically they are let's say of 29 series, right? Yeah. So I think yesterday again you have just gone through this one. So MiG-29 of the Indian Air Force at Aero India 2009, right? So Aero India is one of the aero shows performed by Indian Air Force. So you can have its aerial view. Yeah, this is what UPG, MiG-29 UPG, right? So Indian Air Force MiG-29 UPG patrolling the Himalayas, right? So you can see a very beautiful picture, right, wherein the two MiG-29s are patrolling, right, the situations at Himalaya. So this is what you can consider about the exercise of MiG-29 UPG, right? Yeah, I think this was the last slide yesterday you have considered. So MiG-29K, right? So as I said, K, right, which was being used by Indian Navy, right? So it's landing on INS Vikramaditya, right? So how this has been landed to INS Vikramaditya, that you can consider, right? So now I will just tell you, right? I will just show you one. Can you see a video?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
then
sir.
I will start playing the video. Now see, this is what INS Vikramaditya, right? And you can consider when it was, usually you will expect that from here, right? Rather, I will tell you that to focus at this particular corner, right? So somewhere here around. Right. Already you have seen another view of the aircraft which is approaching, landing on INS Vikramaditya, right? So you can just see at this particular point. Now I'm going to start the video. So I start it. So see here. Now carefully just observe.
No,
I'll pick some part.
hello.
Yes.
No video, sir.
Nobody is able to see the video.
Yes sir, video नहीं दिख रहा.
Yes, sir.
Once a while I will repeat it. Right. Some part. Observe this one. Let me ask you one question at this moment. So have you seen this only within this much time period, its landing get completed, right? So usually, you know, there is a requirement of kilometers of runaway in order to take place the landing, right? Or even for takeoff as well. But here you can see how much it might be in meters only, right? So at this moment, it touched INS Vikramaditya and it just goes here. So when it touched INS Vikramaditya, what was its speed, and then how suddenly all the speed taken off, right? So nowadays, you know, you people must be seeing some sort of bowlers in IPL, right? Those who are really known as the fast bowlers, but the bowling bowled by them, right? And one term usually now you can hear, that is the pace taken off, right? So same kind of thing you can consider in this particular point, right? I will just make it.
Sir, the rope is connected.
Sorry. Okay. So this is what you can. Yeah. Okay. So this is nothing but what you can consider the first time in MiG-29K was landed on INS Vikramaditya, right? So what is INS Vikramaditya and all that particular thing, and some other aircraft that we will see subsequently when we will go for Navy. Fine. So this is the point you can always keep in mind. In fact, these are some of the glimpses you should always capture them, or you should always be in approach with this one, right? So on next slide. Yeah. So again, this is a MiG-29K, right? So my question is that can you see any of the differences in this one, right?
Yes, sir.
What sort of difference?
Sir, in paint.
Color.
So my next question is that is this India's aircraft?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
How
No,
is
sir.
it?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so most of you
No,
are
sir.
saying
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Indian.
the aircraft has a backside a Indian flag, sir.
Yes, sir.
Indian flag नहीं, वो upside down है, देखो green ऊपर है.
Yes, it's
Sir, the Indian Air Force logo is also there.
सर, और इंडियन एयरफोर्स का लोगो वो लोगो में ऊपर ऑरेंज रहता है, फिर
You
बीच में
have
green
to
रहता है.
correctly identified. First, you said that the green is at upside, right? And here in the roundel, the green is the external one, right? Rather, it is not expected as far as Indian Air Force is concerned. And second, the third thing is that the color of the aircraft, right? So question is that whether it is India's aircraft or not, right? So it is not it is not a aircraft of Indian Air Force, right, or India's aircraft, because you can consider this particular flag and the roundel, right, which are exactly opposite of us, right? So it is of Iranian Air Force, right? No doubt it is in India, right? It is in India. So for one of the air shows, the same series aircraft of MiG-29 have arrived in India. So during that time, right, which was prima facie someone who cannot pay attention to roundel and this particular flag as well as to the color, he might be thinking that this is of India's aircraft, but not, right? And for that purpose, I have kept in it in this slide so that you can identify, right? So what should be the minute observations you should carry so that you will come across its actual belonging, so to which country it is belonging, right? So it was for one of the air shows which have been concluded in India, fine. So it is of Iranian Air Force aircraft. Got it? So these are the some of the points of identification, right? You can always consider, right? So it is not of India's. Yeah, these are the some of the characteristics. So its crew is of single, right? Then with the say what you can consider the speed is about 2400 kilometer per hour, right? Then its range is 1430 kilometer, right? Which can be increased, right? That is what ferry range. That is what you can have the refueling of your aircraft, right? And then you can go up to 2100 kilometers, right? So as far as armament is concerned, you can use guns, you can use rockets, you can use missiles, you can use bombs, but only of these limited number of missiles can be launched from these particular aircraft, right? As compared to Sukhoi or Rafale. So Sukhoi or Rafale are able to launch almost all types of say missiles, right? Then avionics, right? So this is what you have in the MiG-29, right? Now, the next one is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited Tejas, right? So this particular Tejas, which was named very late as a Tejas, but initially it was a program to develop lightweight aircrafts, right? So that is what you can consider. Yes. Okay, nothing is there. So, okay. At this moment, what I want to tell you one more thing, that as already I said you that in 1980s, we started developing our own aircrafts, right? Rather, we have taken a program to develop these aircrafts, right? These aircrafts, not only particularly the Tejas, right? But ultimate first product is Tejas. That is another story, right? So in general, to develop our own aircrafts, we have started this program, and it was under Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, right? And one more personality who had actually worked on this, right? Who died yesterday, whose name is Manas Bihari Verma, who is a great scientist, right? Who received Padma Shri in 2018, who was a great friend of and the longest friend of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was completely involved in the development of aircraft Tejas, right? So who died yesterday? Who I think he was from Bihar, right? So that is what you can have very recently. Anyway, so Tejas is an Indian single engine, a tailless fourth generation multi-role fighter, light fighter designed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Right. So my what I said, the purpose is to have a light fighter, right? So another point you can consider here, that is, or you can understand the importance, that is multi-role light fighter, right? And really, this Tejas is very powerful one, right? So it's a single engine, tailless, right? That is what the canard you can consider, which is of again fourth generation. That means what? So till development of Tejas, three earlier generations, right, which you can consider, which have been developed, right? So Tejas got entered in 2016, I think, in the Indian Air Force. But I said that the program started in 1980, so almost 35 years have been spent, right? So you can understand what is this fourth generation. असं तर नाही की 85 पासून 2016 पर्यंत एकच विमान बनवत होते. नो, देयर माइट बी, सी अल्टिमेटली वी wanted to have completely Indian origin aircraft, right? So it has to take some time, right? Okay, next one. Yeah, it came from light combat aircraft. Yeah, this is the program, light development of light combat aircraft, LCA, right? It was the earlier name of the program. It was started, as I said, in 1980. So in order to replace India's aging, right? म्हातारे होत जाणारे किंवा आउटडेटेड होत जाणारे MiG-21 फायटर्स, त्यावेळेला ते दे वेर जस्ट एजिंग, राईट? त्यावेळेला काय ते हे नव्हते, काय म्हणूया आपण त्याला, की हा त्यांच्या सर्व्हिसेस संपल्या अशी काही परिस्थिती नव्हती MiG-21 ची. पण कधी ना कधी द डे विल कम when the services will get terminated of MiG-21, right? आणि त्यावेळेला MiG-21 हाच आपल्याला सगळ्यात चांगला असं एक आपलं फायटर होता, राईट? सो in order to replace MiG-21 by Indian origin aircraft, right? So that was the motive behind starting this program called Light Combat Aircraft, known as LCA. So in 2003, LCA was officially named as Tejas, right? The name of program was changed as Tejas, from Light Combat Aircraft. So officially in 2003, you can understand its motive is to have a light fighter. So from 1980 to 2003, now it was picturized that definitely we are going to have light fighter. So this LCA program might be say renamed, right, as per its suitable name, and that was the Tejas, right, which was carried out in 2003. So it is the smallest and lightest in its class of contemporary supersonic aircraft, right? It is of supersonic category, right? So contemporary, those who are the comparable, comparable aircrafts which are available, right, in the other, with other countries, or you can consider within our air force or within our armed forces, right? So supersonic, so faster than the speed of sound, right? So that is what you can consider supersonic, राईट. म्हणजे ध्वनीच्या वेगापेक्षा जास्त वेग असणार आहे, राईट. अशा प्रकारचं सुपरसॉनिक, राईट. Okay. So its flexibility permits a variety of guided say ear to surface anti-shipping weapons, right, to be integrated for multi-role and multi-mission capabilities, right, so that you can consider. Yes. Right. So its flexibility to permit a variety of guided missiles such as ear to surface or anti here you can understand Tejas. So this was what the roundel I said, right? So in that roundel, the external color was green, whereas the internal color was the saffron, right? Exactly opposite to our roundel. Fine. Okay. Yes. Now see this Tejas, right? Tejas is having a full-fledged program of development of aircrafts, right? So we are looking ahead that no Rafale or no any other aircraft we need to purchase from other countries, right? Instead of that, we could be able to develop our own aircrafts of all the categories, right? So for any of the purposes, for any of the uses, we should have our own aircrafts. And by keeping in mind or by having this motive in mind, the progress and development of new aircrafts under this particular program is continuously going on. And this is another program, right? It is in the what you can consider a testing phase, right? So its name is Tejas Trainer, right? So another version or another aircraft in the Tejas family, right? So it is not it is not in the service of Indian Air Force, but you can see now it has been manufactured, and very soon it might be coming to the service of Indian Air Force, right? So it is the picture which is demonstrated on one of the Republic Days, right? Okay, so Tejas Trainer, yeah, the first flight of Tejas, right? So at this moment, you should not worry about this particular version, LSP P4 or whatever Trainer, right, or whatever simply Tejas. But this is the very first one you can consider. So first flight of Tejas, when it was started testing, right? Very first flight you can consider. So you can see here different color, right? But see the trademark color of Indian Air Force, right? Which is given to this particular part, right? So keep in mind this particular point. Though here you can see some different color, right? And here you can see at this moment the flag, right? Which is again the representation of Indian Air Force, right? So the first flight of Tejas LSP-4. Yeah, this is another view for Tejas, and I think for all the aircrafts to which I said that or whenever I said that this aircraft is having a air refueling capacity, or right. So what sort of real the air refueling is being done, right? So how it is being carried out, that you can visualize in this particular slide, right? So Tejas demonstrating aerial refueling capability, right, to achieve the operational clearance, right? Can you identify which one would be the Tejas among these two?
Sir,
Sir,
downward.
पीछे वाला.
Downward.
Why this will be the Tejas? Why not this one?
So because its structure says that it is a fighter jet,
Tejas is a fighter
and this
pilot.
is a normal plane.
Right, right. So that is what you can consider the differences between these two aircrafts, right? So this is not a fighter plane. Other, you can see as basically, as I said, it's a tanker, right? So it is a sort of tanker you can consider, which is actually refueling this particular aircraft, which is nothing but a member of Tejas family, right? So this is a demonstration of aerial refueling capability, right? Another terminology called hot refueling, right? Hot, H-O-T, hot refueling means what? You can land it on any of the runways, right? You know, in 2016, in Lucknow on highway, some aircrafts have been tested for landing, right? म्हणजे आपला जो हायवे त्याच्यावरून मोठे व्हेकल्स जातील. So त्या हायवेवर we have landed successfully the aircrafts, right? अखिलेश यादव त्यावेळेला मुख्यमंत्री होते, 2016 मधली गोष्ट आहे. So we have successfully carried out landing of some of the aircrafts on the highway. म्हणजे काय की आपत्कालीन परिस्थितीमध्ये जर समजा एखादा एअरबेस अवेलेबल नसेल तर आपण अशा प्रकारच्या काही हायवेवर हे एअरक्राफ्ट उतरवू शकतो का, किंवा इन इमर्जन्सी, राईट? आता हॉट रिफ्युएलिंगचा काय अर्थ होतो? So hot refueling is if such kind of landing is being done, right? Its engine is on, right? And refueling is being done, right? So that as soon as refueling is done, it will again take off. So no time will be wasted in it, right? As far as helicopter is concerned, helicopter engine चालूच असेल, त्याचा पंखा पण चालूच असेल, and even in this condition it can be refueled. So such kind of refueling is called as the hot refueling, right? So air to air refueling and hot refueling. So these are the two types of refueling you can consider. Got it? Fine. Okay. Now, another view of a Tejas in which so by seeing this one, you can identify that, or you can now imagine that it is launching a kind of missile, right? So the exercise, right, or the testing of launching the missiles, different kinds of missiles you can consider. So HL Tejas firing Python 5 missile. So it's a kind of missile, right? Python 5. So such kind of missiles testing is being done by the Tejas. So that is one of the photos you can consider. फक्त तेजसला आहे असं नाही. As I said, it is available in almost all kinds of aircrafts. फरक एवढाच आहे, someone is using less number of or limited number of missiles launching they can done, whereas some of the aircrafts can launch any kind of missile, right? So right from the basic missile to the latest one, that is BrahMos, right? That is what we have considered in the Sukhoi 30 MKI, right? So this is another view about launching the missile, right? No, this is not a correct name, right? Rather, this was in the exercise of year show. In one of the year shows, right? It has taken part, and it is of that particular view. So you can see here these smokes, right? बऱ्याचदा आपण बघितलं tricolor बनवतात, right? Year shows मध्ये. So that is what you can have in this particular point. कारण असे दोन्ही at a time missiles launch करण्याची वेळ फारच क्वचित येत असेल, right? Anyway, HAL Tejas fighting, sorry, HAL Tejas in the demonstrating in one of the year shows of Indian Air Force. Fine. Maybe. Okay, that is what I think you have already seen, that this particular video, that is of the landing of the MiG-29K on INS Vikramaditya. Right. Now, as far as its characters are concerned, so it can be of one or two crews. Right. एक pilot पण चालू शकेल. You can have two pilots as well. So its crew can be one or two. Right. Then its maximum speed you can consider, that is 2220 kilometers per hour. Right. Maximum speed is 2220 kilometers per hour. Its range is about 1850 kilometers. 1850 kilometers, right? Which can be increased to 3200 kilometers, right? So that is called ferry range. So when you have refueling, right? So that is what you can consider the aerial air-to-air refueling, right? So which whose range can be increased to 3200 kilometers, right? Armament, so it can be using the guns, right? It can be used the rockets. It can use variety of missiles, right? So in this variety of missiles, you can have air-to-air missiles. So these are the different missiles which are of air-to-air category, right? Then air-to-surface missiles. Again, here variety of air-to-surface missiles you can use. Anti-radiation missiles, right? Anti-ship missiles. Then precision-guided, let's say ammunition you can consider, right? So it is a sort of missile called precision-guided ammunition, right? So different kinds of these bombs, or the say SAW, it can be launched with the help of the HAL Tejas, right? So these are the various kinds of categories you can consider in this particular aircraft, right? So now laser guided bombs, it can mission, right? Unguided bombs, and then avionics. So these are the different points you can always keep about the Tejas, right? So I will tell you one. Okay, is there something which you would like to? Do you have any kind of queries or any comment on this? I think someone was trying to unmute. Okay, if nothing, let me tell you a short story about this one. Now, as I said, this program LCA, right? Development of light combat aircraft, which was started in 1980s. But do you realize? Do you know when actual the first flight have been taken off? Right. So, first flight taken in 2001, right? To be precise, in the first week of January 2001, right? So how many years we have spent in this particular development? Because right from selection of material to fuel to design to prototype to testing, right, to manufacturing, everything we wanted to be of Indian origin, right? And uh, now we are proud that we could succeed in developing this particular kind of thing. That doesn't mean that everything would be 100% Indian origin, right? So as far as electronic systems or some of the aviation we can consider. So in the earlier phase, we have imported it from the I think Singapore, right? So some of the uh, avionics, right, is concerned. Fine. And then again, the next point is, if its first flight is being taken in the January 2001, then again it has taken almost 14 years later. It was introduced in the Indian Air Force, right? That is again in the January 2015, right? So second week, I think it was second week of January 2015. So again, it has taken too much time, right? That you can consider. Then in this particular case, right, you have different versions of this, right, which are being designed by Aeronautical Development Agency of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, right? Again, it is a center called Aircraft Research and Design Center, right? And it's called ARDC of HAL in conjunction with or in association with Defense Research and Development Organization, as well as National Aerospace Laboratories, right? So ADCL, DRDO, ARDC, DRDO, and NAL. So these three different agencies which are associating, which are helping out each other, and through their association, this particular aircraft have been manufactured, right? So till date we have built number of aircrafts till date we have built and which are in the service. You can consider they are 34 in number, right? As like 272 Sukhois would be there, 5 plus 3 plus 3 Rafales will be there, right? Likewise, we do have 34 HALs, Tejas, in Indian Air Force. Then, but as of 2019, Indian Air Force planned to have 324 Tejas, right, in different variants, right, within next 3-4 months, 3-4 years, that is by 24, right? So around 324 aircrafts we are, and hopefully we will succeed in getting these huge number of the aircrafts by 25, right? So it is expected. Another there are different versions, right? So for example, Tejas Mark 1, Tejas Mark 1A, Tejas Mark 2. Tejas Mark 2 will be the dangerous version, right, which is expected to be ready by 2026, right? So which will be the latest version that will be having a sort of features, right, as good as the world's very good or the frontline aircrafts are exhibiting. So we are also planning for, and the development of such a series is going on, right? So that is what you can consider in this particular aircrafts. Then, you know, okay, very recently in 2018, right, we have brought Tejas in international market, right? So again, on the other hand, we are planning to generate some revenue by exporting this particular aircraft to some of the friendly countries. Right. So that is what we can consider. Fine. So this is what already you have seen. Fine. Okay. So we are approaching to a closing of the session. Anyway, now I'm going to stop here. Anything would you like to ask or comment on? You can. Right now, Tejas is not able to launch BrahMos, but Mark II, Tejas Mark II will be probably having that particular facility, right? Launching of BrahMos. Okay, anything else? Yeah, which was the first fighting aircraft in India, right? So probably tomorrow I will take you to the first fighting aircraft, right? Because now we are approaching towards that particular part. Okay, anything else? Okay, someone has again asked which was the first fighting aircraft of India. Okay, I will tell you the name of that particular aircraft, which is called Marut, right? M-A-R-U-T, Marut, right? I think it was called HF-24 Marut. That was the first one you can consider. That आपण 65 ला जे सांगितलं ना इंट्रोडक्शन मध्ये की in 65 first time we engaged enemy's air force in the battle, right? Here in, I think in its first okay, and which year it entered? It was entered in 1961. Okay, if you are done with the questions, then I will quit this meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Students, don't go anywhere. You have to continue the another lecture. Stay in the meeting.